Oh. Didn't expect to be in here. But alright. Oh. We're seeing a memory in here now. I was kind of expecting that wasn't going to happen at all. Guess they haven't found Kuroi either. That's right, sir. I'm afraid we've lost many of our old comrades. Some were caught up in the explosion over the government building. Others died because of anomalous phenomena. Also, lots of people who are still unaccounted for. There's one thing we can say for certain. Every one of them was doing all they could to accomplish their mission. So I can't just sit around doing nothing. Dr. Simmons and I are returning to anomalous affairs. The public safety office is barely even functional anymore. But somebody has to do something. Mr. Karemi, no, Captain Karemi. What are you going to do? I'm going to fight. I'm going to face down our foes, however terrifying the enemy Digimon may be. You would fight Digimon? I won't deny what I've done. I've taken up arms against Digimon many times now so that we humans might survive. Hate me if you will. You have every right. Honestly, Asuna, do you have to put it that bluntly? Though I suppose that is rather in character for you. Still, I haven't given up. Given up? On what? Coexistence. You would speak of such a thing. You have taken up arms against us, Digimon? How absurd. In truth, you're every bit as self-centered as those other cowards. And you guys are being too extremist with your views. You're completely ignoring that they're fighting for survival against those that intend them harm. Trying to coexist with people that refuse to accept coexistence is just laying down and dying. These two are just beyond reason. All four of them are. Alright, next memory. And of course it has a long loading screen because it's loading a different area. At least it was a smaller one this time. Parallelmon. That's right, sir. There are hostile Digimon we haven't been able to get much of a handle on so far. Dr. Simmons has a theory that they can travel freely through space-time. I see. We'll need to take action as soon as possible. Man, the thought of traveling through space-time gets my head spinning. Makes me wonder what's even real anymore. Do you remember what you said to me back when I was still new to public safety? I signed up because I wanted to do what was right. But once I got within the bounds of the organization, I started to question what the right thing to do really was. Wasn't even sure if it was humanity that we should be protecting anymore. I was lost, I was worried, I couldn't see my way through. But you noticed that and decided to encourage me. You told me that I was exactly the right kind of person to be working in public safety. That none are more trustworthy than those who question what is right. That nothing is more terrifying than an arbitrary sense of justice. Completely agreed. Some things matter more than using righteousness as a weapon, such as always questioning what is just. And that as such, to have doubts about these things is its own kind of skill. If it weren't for those very words, I wouldn't be standing here today continuing to question what is right. Well said. Wise words from a wise man. Some things matter more than using righteousness as a weapon. What is it? Sorry, it's nothing. Never mind. Think Doraemon's starting to remember. Oh, the enemies respawned. And another memory. Oh shit. Of course Kuga took it. That asshole's gonna be in here too. Huh. Of course. And he's probably trying to work with Parallelmon. Great. Alright. So nothing left we can do down this path. We've got to go the other way anyway. What are those two zealots up to then? Oh, another... Yeah, we're back in Akihabara. Looks like we're about to view another memory. Now this is a lovely part, and that one just gorgeous. Oh, new. No, ooh, bad part. No, thank you. Okay, so we're seeing a memory of her searching through scrap parts for her machines. To make that device a reality, or Digimon will prove a threat to humanity. Digimon, a threat. Do Digimon attack humans in your world? The sad truth is, a certain number of Digimon simply cause trouble. If it were only the chosen, this would not happen. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. Overpopulation is at the root of all of this. Though it pains me to say it, the process of selection must continue. Conversation didn't sound very funny to me. Oh no, not funny at all. They were being completely logical. Everything they said fits together perfectly. Maybe a little too perfectly. They seem drunk on their own logic. Perhaps that's why they consider themselves chosen. If you ask me, I'd say that conversation of theirs was overly logical. There was no joy in it. And that's a problem? Of course. Without some spark of hope, something to make the heart leap, their claim of an evolutionary step forward is a sham. We need to tell them that, which is just another reason we should keep going after them. I can agree with that, though I don't think convincing them will be easy. This place is new. Hey, if you're this far in the video, maybe consider leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing to the channel. And if you really want to help me out, consider following the link below to check out my book. I also do commissions, so feel free to contact me for that over any of my socials. Now, I'll let you get back to the video. I've got to check these messages in detail. The strange place you found yourselves in. Is it possible the natural laws of this world are beginning to collapse? Is this the result? Or perhaps a sign of things to come? It's like a scene of primitive times. Chaos itself is Parallelmon's territory. I imagine they seek to expand it even further. Seizing a powerful being from another dimension would surely become a distortion in and of itself. The mere act of bringing together two beings who were never destined to meet can cause a breakdown in reason, which is music to Parallelmon's ears, I would imagine. It is possible that in some other future where order has collapsed, scenes such as this litter the landscape. Quite possibly. Existence itself becomes a mere speck of space-time, and its bare framework is exposed. Hence this spiraling downward path of untextured plane we're on. Something about this place seems familiar. Would you not agree, Omnimon, or Omegamon? There's a certain aspect of this world that resembles our own. The tension in the air is reminiscent of that following the conflict that broke out regarding the X program. I'm curious, can you describe for me in concrete terms how exactly the X program works? It lodges itself within a Digimon, then ultimately deletes it from existence. The only way to escape its effects is to possess the X antibody, which is... You there, hand over your X antibodies. Of course. Since possessing the X antibody is a matter of life and death, there are many who try to take it by force. These Digimon were likely sent here by Parallelmon as well. Beware, they are on the attack. Well, we should be able to take them down pretty fast. Well, since the other two aren't fighting alongside me, apparently, I'm just gonna rush the rest of this because I can't get any new animations out of it. We're sorry. It was wrong of us to attack you. We won't try to steal them anymore, so please just let us keep our antibodies. Uh-huh. Seems their X antibodies are extrinsic rather than intrinsic. Extrinsic, so there are different types of X antibodies. Yes, aside from a few special cases, most Digimon that acquire the X antibody do so extrinsically, which is where selection comes in. May be sad, but we must accept that this trial bestowed upon us will lead to the evolution of Digimon as a species. The X antibody completely nullifies the X program, but it does not last forever. After it has been used up, the X program will continue to act as a force of natural selection. Survivors must battle amongst themselves for the X antibody in order to stay alive. I see, so those Digimon just now are risking their lives in an attempt to acquire it. How brutal. It's like a scene straight out of hell. So some Digimon end up being able to produce it themselves, while others can only obtain it through attacking those that have it and taking it. But even then, it only lasts so long, so only those that produce it naturally themselves are able to survive long-term without combat. No, this is a trial bestowed upon us that we must overcome. The weak shall die, but that is the divine law we must live by. I wish to at least make it so they do not suffer. Yes, that is the compassionate thing to do. They can't be serious. Their thinking was never so extreme before they acquired the X antibody. Could the antibody itself be affecting their personalities? There are plenty of examples of bodily changes having an impact on personality, though they're all in human cases. I'm sensing the presence of others. Most likely they are more Digimon who are after the X antibody lurking nearby. Justice must be served, so what we do will not change. If you try to stop us, we may end up in quite the rivalry. Yeah. pig-headed fucksticks. Now it seems we're back on Earth.
一緒に公安をやめよう。組織へ抱いている違和感、おそらく君も同じ気持ちだと思ってね。辞表ならすでに書いてあります。クレミ隊長が辞めてから公安は暴走している気がします。あの人がいた時は志を感じられたから。でもまさかシモンズ博士までは。博士にとってデジモンは敵ではないのですか？少し前の私はそう考えていた。デジモンの脅威に備えることが正義だと思っていた。しかし立場や状況が変われば正義の形も変質する。一つの正義に固執するとろくなことにならない。
Well said.
今の公安はまさに固執していますね。その通り。やはり君の感性は私が見込んだ通りだ。アイギオモンと言ったか。クレミ隊長の知り合いが連れてきた実験対象。
Oh shit.
あのデジモンには間違いなく意志や感情があった。何より指示を出していた人間を信頼していた。
So your timeline went south because you captured him and probably experimented on him.
だから認識を改めたのだよ。いや、彼らが教えてくれたと言ってもいい。デジモンと人間は分かり合えるのかもしれない。何がおかしい？つくづく意外で、今の言葉は事実やデータというより博士の願望に聞こえたから。
Somewhat.
科学とは本来人の願いや希望を叶えるためにある。
Well
結城
said.
博士ならそう言うだろうな。私は戦争のための道具を作りたくはない。
Very well said.
戦争の道具？君たちの世界ではデジモンが争いを起こしたのですか？
Yeah, pretty huge one.
客観的な事実としてその要因となったのは間違いない。勘違いしてほしくないのだが、少なくとも私はデジモンを恨んではいない。
Mm.
強制できる道はないのかと。みんなが幸せになれる、そんな都合のいい未来などありません。
Sadly, that much they're kinda right about. There will always be people whose values make them impossible to coexist with. That much has been proven by history again and again. Coexistence is a social contract. Both sides need to be upheld for it to work. If one person refuses, the other side, attempting to maintain it, will only be signing their own death warrant.
ざれ言では誰も救えない。やはり選別は必要ですよ。この世界には不要なデジモンが多すぎる。その結果が君たちの未来です。
やはり X プログラムは必要。パラレルモンの力を利用すれば効率的に選別ができます。
Problem is, you guys are deeming yourselves as righteous gods for being given this power. That's just making you into massive fucking assholes that if the game were allowing me to, I would slaughter.
効率的な選別どう不要な存在を別次元へ隔離するそれで全て解決します
Okay. I kinda see the angle you're going for there. If you want to put them in another world where the X program isn't happening so they can survive without the threat of it, that would be saving them without conflict. That's actually a completely agreeable method.
バカなそんなことが許されるとでも
I mean, if they're just doomed to die in one dimension if they stay there, why wouldn't you want to send them to another one where they'd be safe?
悪いですけど議論をするつもりはないです止めるつもりなら手加減はしません全く分かり合えそうにありませんね
彼らとの協力は難しいかも
一つの正義に固執した結果があれだ
Yeah.
彼らは進化という言葉を使うがそれは環境に適応するための変化に他ならない今ある己に固執する者に進化があるとは思えないがな
Well said. Still, I kind of agree with their plan. Sending to another world may seem inhumane in some ways, but it's guaranteeing their survival. And here's Kuga. You mean to say that is where the research data on Parallelmon is stored? You must give that to us now. Data on Parallelmon. That is just what we've been looking for. Hand that over nice and easy. We can make use of Parallelmon's ability to traverse space-time. We can isolate all lesser Digimon. Silence! You will do no such thing. There are no lesser Digimon. Our lives are all equal. That I agree with. Oh, then how do you propose we resolve the current situation we're in? By traveling through space-time, we can uncover the origins of the X program. That may allow us to find a way forward. We do not have that kind of time. What will it matter if we find a solution after the world's already been destroyed? Enough! You're all making the same fundamental mistake. Parallelmon's data is not ours to begin with. These people risked their lives to obtain it, yet now you propose to take it by force? By force? Words fail me. Yeah, words are failing me too. Or more like I'm failing words. Kuga, wait! Okay, where are we all headed now? Kuga, calm yourselves. Calm yourself. The settings are incorrect. I'm sorry, Dr. Simmons. What's this we're sealing? Ugh, I still can't speak. A memory of Kuga's. Hate to admit it, but Simmons is the real deal. Just don't get it. Why should she have so much talent? A woman who became a scientist because of some anime. My love of science is so much greater than hers. Give my life if it meant contributing to scientific progress. And here we have another example of an extremist, but this time they're human. Huh, back in the subway. I guess it feels rather fitting for our story to end with where we began. And one more door. Seems to be a fusion of the aspects of the ones we've been through recently.
"私がいない間に君が作ったのはただの殺戮兵器。さすがに君も反省しただろう。外の廃墟は嫌でも目に入るだろうから。また私の助手に戻りなさい。私から言えるのはそれだけだ。
Yeah, I don't think he's going to accept being an assistant. He hates being a subordinate to anyone.
なぜもっと責めない。世界がこうなってしまったのは私が原因なんだぞ。
Oh, he actually has regrets.
うぬぼれるなよ、クガ君。もし君一人の力で世界がこうなったというなら上等だ。私一人の力でそれを元に戻してやろうじゃないか。
Okay, that was definitely the wrong thing to say. You just pissed him off.
今は猫の手を借りたいほど人手が足りない。猫くらいの助力はできるだろう。
You're speaking a little too condescendingly there, Doctor.
君に課せられた罪はその程度のものさ。ま、気楽にやるといい。
Right, and now into the sewers where Agiomon first evolved. Alright, this should be one of the last doors. Thanks for watching, guys, and please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Envoy of Kairos for many more videos, ranging from gameplay to speed paints, my original Pokemon region, game concepts, and much more. And do try to remember the words of Kairos. Embrace every opportunity to better yourself and the world. You never know when a leap of faith will change your life for the better. See you again soon.